New York lawmakers, including Congressman Peter King, propose a bill to restore the deduction for state and local taxes. Congressman Tom Reed, Republican from New York, joins us now. I don't think they've got a prayer of doing this because the Treasury would not allow it. They can't afford it. But what say you?
Well, and also the difficult path in the Senate. There's not a path, in my opinion, to get this to the finish line. But I appreciate what Peter King is doing. I'm not opposed, obviously, to reinstating the state and local tax deduction. But I don't want to lose the opportunity to highlight what I think is the root cause of the problem, Stuart. And that is our tax and spending policy out of Albany at our state capitals that are driving these high taxes up, that are driving the spending up to cause these tax policies that are hurting so many Americans.
I want your opinion on this because I've got a strong opinion. I don't see a prayer for the governments of New York, New Jersey, or California lowering taxes. I don't think it's going to happen. Do you?
I think they're going to have to deal with it. I think they're going to have to deal with the spending, which drives the tax equation, because that's the revenue side. So you got to get the expenses under control. And when you have a budgetary deficit of $4 billion at our state capital this year, for example, you're going to have to tackle this problem once and for all. And enough with the political theater. Our people back home that we represent, they're not stupid. They know what the cause of this problem is, and that is spending policy out of Albany, which correlates to high taxes that are driving people out of our state for decades now.
Now, I don't want to hold you up because I know you're heading for a meeting on infrastructure. Now, we're hearing speculation, that's what it is, that there's going to be a gas tax included in an infrastructure package to pay for the infrastructure program that's to come. A gas tax. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, I don't personally support the gas tax increase. I think it's a highly regressive tax, and in a rural district, people traveling 30, 40 miles to get to work, that's a lot of money coming out of the lower income people's pockets. At the end of the day, though, we need to find the revenue to solve this problem, and I think there's a path to do that. One solution, like a gas tax increase, even if it does make it forward, is not going to solve the problem. So what we got to do is commit to rebuilding America's infrastructure. That's where this Problem Solvers Caucus position, 48 members, 24 on each side that we represent, came together to say we can work in a bipartisan basis to come to a solution to this.
How do you pay for this?
Well, you know, there's a tremendous amount of different revenues out there. You got our natural resources in America, for example, that could be put into the till in regards to developing those natural resources. You got areas that will be new sources of revenue with the new generation transportation models that are coming down the pipeline. There are other sources of revenue that we should consider, but we got to consider all of them together to solve this problem.
But no gas tax.
Well, I think gas tax is obviously going to be part of the conversation, but I personally don't support that, and I don't know if the votes are there to get that done. But at the end of the day, I think what you got to recognize, even taking care of the gas tax increases, if you do it, they're not going to be sufficient enough to deal with the problem of $1 trillion. It's a bigger problem than just the gas tax increase.
Okay. Congressman Tom Reed, Republican, New York. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Stuart.
All right.